Hi there! So today I'm going to talk with you about words of affirmation, the love language, words of affirmation. So I'm going to go through some signs that this might be your love language, and I'm going to talk about how you can use this and why it's an exciting thing to do to make your home more lovable. And I'm going to talk about how there are studies that have proven that the space around us really influences even our behaviour as well as our well-being, and why then it's important to personalise your space, and then how you can apply the love languages into your space and how that is going to help. And also I'm going to cover a little bit about what design is and curating and what that involves. I'll simplify it for you. So first of all, let me tell you a little bit about me. So I am Jane Leach, and I am an eco-home architect. And so that means that I help eco-conscious homeowners who really would love to make their homes more spacious and feel much better to be in, and happy spaces where they can live lives of ease and pleasure. So the spaces that I create are homes that will really make your heart sing. And because of this, I'm really interested in the psychology of space, as well as other more basic design principles, more practical, eco stuff, but also the psychology of how that really makes you feel. And so this is what really interests me. And if that interests you, pop a 1 in the comments below if you're also, like me, interested in the whole field of environmental psychology, is what it's known as. And so today's love language, we're going to talk about words of affirmation. And if you saw my previous video, you'll know where I came across love languages, what they mean to me in my life, and therefore why I've started to explore how to use them, and figured out a way that you can do that to bring more love into your home. And this is just the most amazing kind of theory, really. It's a great theory. It's very simple communication based theory. So it's all about how we talk, how we express, and how we understand love when we're in relationships with other people. And the theory of the 5 love languages was developed by Gary Chapman, and it's a theory which basically that there are 5 different ways that people express and understand expressions of love. And if you are with a partner who is expressing love with one language and it's not your love language, then you may fail to understand that they are telling you that they love you, and you may then not feel like you really are loved by that person. And that miscommunication and misunderstanding, it can really affect the quality of the relationship that you have and your ability to understand each other. And once you do then understand that love language, you understand how they're expressing love to you, and they understand how best to express love to you in a way that you can accept it, then this is how you can really improve your relationship. And I think that you can do that in terms of your relationship with your space. So if words of affirmation is your love language, pop in the comments below a 69, and the words of affirmation, you will know that it's your love language if it's the sort of thing that, when you get given a present and it's a beautiful gift wrap present, it's lovely, but what you really want is to read the card and the message that's in that card. That's what really makes your heart sing. That's what makes you feel loved, is the card and the message in it, rather than the gift itself. And perhaps you're a sucker for a packet of love hearts and all the little messages that come on those, and all those sort of written and spoken messages, you know, if somebody's saying to you, I really love you, if that really makes you feel, your heart feel warm and fuzzy more than anything else, then this could be your love language. So pop 69 in the comments if words of affirmation is your main love language. That's not to say that you don't also appreciate expressions of love in other ways, but this is just it's your primary love language. It's the first one. It's the one that really, you know, gives you that extra lift. And so this is something that you can bring into your home. You can make it so that your home on a daily basis expresses to you these kind of messages of love, and you can use that to uplift and refresh the space around you so that you are getting daily messages of love from the space around you. And that is what is really going to help you feel better on a daily basis, because feeling loved is one of those things that we all enjoy feeling, and it has a chemical reaction in our brain, it lifts all those sort of oxytocin type levels, and that is what makes you feel really good. So if we can make our home make us feel loved, then we are going to have a home that we feel better being in. So that's my approach to applying the 5 love languages to our space. And it's been proven that the space around you really does affect our behavior. They studied environmental scientists studied how people react and behave in different spaces. There's been many studies done. In one particular study, they were exploring how graffiti and litter might influence you in terms of carrying out petty crime. And so they were studying, what are the effects? If there's graffiti, are you more likely to litter yourself? Or if there's graffiti and litter, would you be more likely to steal a £5 note than not steal it, sort of take part in opportunistic thefts? And what they found was that if the space did have graffiti and litter, that would then mean that you were much more likely to actually steal the £5 note if it was an easy opportunity, because the social norms that are being displayed in that space are to be a little bit more disruptive and a bit like less law-abiding, because the graffiti and the litter sort of symbolize that and metaphorically, sort of make it seem that it's okay to do things that are a little bit naughty. So what they discovered was that kind of environment really influenced the way that people behave. And we all also know, if you have looked into NLP or anything like that, where your behavior, your beliefs, all these different things influence how you feel about yourself, how you feel about other people, how you feel about the space around you. This all influences how you behave and how you feel. So our space can really influence and define our lives. So I think it's really important for you to be able to personalize your space and make it both reflect how you want to live and reflect how you want to feel in that space. And this is something that you can do through applying the 5 love languages. And if you would like to learn more how to do that and get really simple lessons that you can basically binge watch in an hour and then immediately apply them to your space, then the Create Your Lovable Home mini course is now available, and it's only £47. So you can create this space that you really love for such a low price, and the link to buy that is in the description. And so I wanted to talk a little bit as well about what design is and what does it mean to curate your space. So I'd love to know if you've got some kind of design background, then pop designer in the comments below, or if you feel like you would love to be able to create that space that you really enjoy and love, but you don't have that education, you don't have the experience, and you don't really feel confident in your creativity to be able to do that, pop in the comments below yes. Yes, please. And so what design, if I really boil it right down to the very simple sort of description, then design and curating your space sort of comes down to the same thing. And it's really about making decisions, and it's about making decisions about what you keep and what you get rid of. And that's it. It's very simple. And obviously, if you have a lot of design experience and background, for example, I went to university and studied architecture, have 7 years of university level design training, as well as like over 20 years of design experience. And of course, that means that I have a broader knowledge, and I have a particular brain that is also makes it very easy for me to find creative inspiration. And I also have a lot of experience, a lot of trial and error. I've made mistakes, I've learned from them, and I've also had successful designs, and I know what works. So that makes it easier for me and more confident about designing, and obviously that does make it quicker and easier for me to do that. But this is why in this course I have made it very simple. And I'll show you exactly how you can create and design your space in this very simple way by removing the things that do not speak your love language and adding in or highlighting, emphasizing the things that do speak your love language, so that you can really notice those within your space. And so that's what I'm gonna have to speak with you about today, and I would love to know what you think about this. If you've got any thoughts about this, pop them in the comments below, and I look forward to speaking with you again tomorrow. I'm going to talk about another of the love languages. So bye for now.